All right. So welcome, guys, to this live session here with your host, Trader FX. So as we do every weekdays, we look at the Forex indices and metal markets. Today is Thursday, June 11th. Hope everyone had a great morning so far in the markets. So as we do, when we start our live session, we will look at the news calendar. We have PPI news, core PPI news. That's why we're starting at 8:15 today. So we're just gonna go back on the Forex Factory as we do every start our session and see exactly what's going on with the news. All right, perfect. So this morning we had the GDP month to month for British pound um, as a high impact news. Other than that, we have core PPI as I mentioned. So this is the big news here for today. So core PPI, and afterwards we have natural gas storage, 3-year bond auction, and yeah, an unemployment claim too. That's pretty much the gist of it here in regards to the news. We had a lot of negative news here in regards to British pound, so we're going to look to see exactly what happened here in the market in a few. But the main focus here is the PPI. So if we click on the PPI, core PPI here, here, so it says here change in the price of financial goods, finished goods, sorry, finished good and services sold by producers, excluding food and energy, right? So actual greater than forecast is good news. So right now we're at 0.3%. Last month was at minus 0.4%. So if we have something higher than 0.3 or equal, that will be good. Same thing for the PPI month to month. And we have unemployment claim here of the forecast is 242K. Last one was 242. We're expecting to have the same numbers here, more or less. So that's perfect. So that being said, let's go back on the charts and see exactly what's up with that market. We'll get back here. We do those live here every weekend, guys. So Monday, Friday, New York session. So at 9 a.m. or at 8:15, we have news at 8:30. So that's why we have our live session at this time currently. All right. So as we do, we're going to look at the market here. Perfect. So we're going to be looking at the POC, VWAP, Wyckoff AI, basically, and you have the EMX AI. So those are the two indicators here that I use that I custom built here in regards to the market. So, and also I have the high-low level here that will give you the support and resistance levels here off of different time frames. So currently we're looking at the 15-minute chart. And we're only going to be looking at the 15-minute chart on our live, and we have the higher time frame support and resistance lines here that are off of the 30-minute chart, right? So that's pretty much it on that. So we're gonna look to see. We're gonna be focusing on Nasdaq. So that's what I'm gonna be looking for PPI month to month for the core PPI. Sorry. So that will be the market that we'll be looking at. So in the meanwhile, so we have still 9 minutes left before less than 9 minutes left before the news event. Uh, Hey, Ibrahim. So let me look at your question. Do you think the PPI will be bullish for good? Oh, okay. Give me 2 seconds here. Let me, let me, confirm me if you can see my screen. You should see it now. Ibrahim, let me know if you can see my screen. All right. So yeah, Ibrahim, just let me know if you can see my screen. Should be working now. When I switch screen from the Forex Factory to the Trading View, sometimes it does that. I don't know why, but it should be working now. But in regards to PPI, I'm expecting to have some good news overall for PPI. So I'm expecting to have a bullish movement. We're going to look at basically price action currently uh, in the market. We do have, if we're looking at the I'm just going to look at Nasdaq. Like I said, I'm going to be looking at Nasdaq. Nasdaq currently we have it's almost near a support level. So that was a previous resistance level that is switched to support because the price went above that previous resistance. So this is a point of interest. So I'm going to add another one here. So we have basically two levels here to look at. So yeah, just confirming, guys, that you're seeing my screen. Should be working now. Perfect. So based off of that, I'm expecting to have the price going lower, and I'm just going to remove the indicators here, and I'll explain. So as you can see here, price is currently creating a support. So we do have two support zones here of interest, and the price usually on PPI, if you go back, you're gonna see that price movement will go in one direction, and then it's gonna start to go in the opposite way. So that's why I'm looking to go long on PPI when it's gonna come out. So expecting rejection off of those two levels here and to go long. So that's what I'm predicting here. So we still have 4 minutes left before the markets open. Make sure that perfect screen is working perfect. All right. So hope that answered your question, Ibrahim. So it's expecting to go bullish here on the news event. So still have 3 minutes left. We'll open up the Wyckoff AI. And as you can see, we have support that was being created here right now off of the 30-minute chart. Even though we're looking at the 15, it's going to give you the 30-minute higher time frame support or resistance. So we still have less than 2 minutes until we have the core PPI month to month, and the unemployment claim. So we'll see how price will react. So I'm expecting a reaction in the downside here, and after that, the price to continue to reverse to go long. All right, so less than a minute left before it open. All right, so less than 10 seconds. So we'll see exactly the reaction here. All right, new candle here. So like I said, expecting a reaction in the downside. Okay, so everything is negative here. So we should have so everything is negative here. So even though PPI was negative here, I'm just going to revise the numbers here for you guys. So we're expecting for core PPI, it was 0.1%. We're expecting 0.3, but compared to last month, it's still good, right? So actual greater than is good, all right? Then you had the PPI month to month, it's at 0.1%. Last month was at minus 0.5%. So even though it's not it's under the forecast, it's still bullish, right? And unemployment claim, we're at 248. We're expecting 242. So this one is negative, right? Overall, PPI is bullish because compared to last month, it's it's good news. So expecting to go long, and that's exactly what we have here. Even though the overall trend was bearish here since the start, since Wednesday, it was going down. It was going down, but should be reversing right now in the upside. All right, so like I said, guys, we're bullish on PPI, and even though the forecast was less, the actual was less than the forecast in regards to Forex Factory, it was still good numbers compared to last month. So still bullish. It didn't went towards the forecast, but it was overall bullish here for PPI. So that's good. So we can also look at let's look at DXY to see exactly how DXY reacted off of that, especially for the unemployment claim. Unemployment claim is going to be more affecting DXY. We're still bearish here. Let's look at gold. Gold is bullish here since London. So, but all of the indices right now are going up based on PPI. So that's perfect. Let's go back on Nasdaq. right. So right, so still bullish here on the Nasdaq. So looking long here, really good. So that's what the analysis was confirming, guys. So I was expecting to go long. Why? Because we had multiple resistance lines, support lines here. And on top of that, my high-low level indicator provided me with a new support line off of this move here. So when it bouncing off of that that support line, it started to go up, and right at and 15 minutes after, we had the news event. So at 8, it started to bounce. 8:15, sorry. Yeah, 8 and 8:15. So 8 and 8:15. This is 8, 8:15, 8:30, right? So at 8 and 8:15, it started to consolidate. It gave you basically this pattern here is called a railroad track, because you have a bearish and bullish, or bullish or bearish. You're going to have that is called a railroad track pattern here, right? On top, you have a resistance, a support that was confirmed up of this line. So it was started here, bouncing off for 30 minutes, and then blast off. That's 30 minutes. That's, yeah, 7:45, 8 at 8:15. It gives you basically a confirmation here. When you see a third after America, you can see the third candle here coming in, take 50% of that last candle that was going up. That's most likely a bullish pattern here, and that's exactly what we had. So it went, when it started here, it went back down, take some liquidity the downside, and now and shoot up right away. So if you go back on the start of the live here, I was expecting bullishness on the in regards to PPI for the indices, and all of the indices here, Nasdaq, Dow, and S&P 500 did the exact same pattern. Also, German did a bullish pattern here off of that news. So make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. I always do those live here for the news events, and do regular New York session. Usually it's at 9 a.m. But for any news event like this, PPI or CPI or non-farm NFP, we'll be there at 8:15 to analyze the market 15 minutes before the news event, and I will give you the my analysis here before the news comes in. So could revise this live here, and you see exactly that I was expecting to go long on PPI, and that's exactly what we have here. So if you have any questions, put them in the chat, guys. So screen should be working fine. I just double check my YouTube, and it should be looking good. And yeah, we're gonna continue looking at the market and see exactly what we have. The market is offering us. Right? So in that, if you took that trade off of news, you would have put your stop loss here at the previous swing. So that'll be at that resistance line, at that support line, sorry. And my TP, if I go on the left side, I'm only going to be always looking at previous levels here that the price went to, right? So I'm going to plot my lines here on previous support and resistance lines, and give me an idea of where we want to get out of the trade, right? So I'll put it line here, a line here. Always look on the left side to see exactly if we have any previous support resistance line. Not too far, the most recent price action, right? So I'm just gonna plot some lines here off of previous levels that were created. All right, perfect. So based off of that move, you had multiple TP that you would be able to take. So that previous swing high going down, that will be a first TP based off of a level. There's another level right here. Okay. If you add a quick scalp, that will be at the start. You will be out here because there was multiple lows here that was rated in that in the past. So based off of that move, you should be out of that trade already. It should be done for the day if you're trading news specifically. But those are the zones here for TPs. So the first TP was here, second one was here, third one was here. Okay, and the prices. So yeah, I can see. So this is the first one, second one, and the third one. All right. So we have the same thing on Nasdaq and Dow Jones. Sorry, on Dow Jones and S&P 500. We are currently looking at Nasdaq, it's 100. All right. Okay, so I'm just gonna all right. We get some signals here, so we'll look at them. Those are TP signals here. So here we go, TP6, TP7. So I'll show you guys those indicators here in a few. And as you can see, the Nasdaq is still pushing right now. So that third TP here is going to be rated here. So, like I said, usually on PPI or news events, price will go in one direction before the news, and then the news is gonna retrace on the opposite side. Usually, the PPI does that most of the time. Edion, I hope you have a great day. I think you missed that news, the PPI news event. Based on my analysis here, I was expecting to do long before the news event. Reason why is that I saw uh, support that was created here 30 minutes before, 45 minutes before the news event. And even though the actual compared to the forecast of Forex Factory was lower, it was still better than last month. So that's how you have to analyze news events. Yes, the forecast, maybe the actual is lower than the forecast, but it has to be lower than previous month. But it wasn't. It was still positive. So that's why price pushed in the upside. And with technical analysis here, it was bullish here. So we have previous support levels here that were here. So at the worst case, I was expecting to go lower before going up, but it did move right away. So and exactly what did play it out is this hammer here before the push up. Because we had a railroad track pattern here, so we had a sell, get a sell candle, then equal buy candle, right? So two candles here basically uh, was engulfing this one, and you had a pin bar going at 50% of that bullish candle here, right? So multiple confirmation here that it was going up, and that's exactly what happened. Perfect. So 9:48. We'll wait until New York open in about less than 45 minutes. If you have any questions, guys, put them in the chat, and I will look into it. In the meanwhile, we're going to look at yeah, and the lines here that you're seeing here are TPs that was expecting to hit in regards to previous higher levels here past. So already went to two of them. Waiting to see exactly where he wants to go to the third one. Overall bearish here in the indices here before those events, so that's perfect. So let's look at I'm just gonna go back here on the alerts. And we're going to look at EMXAI because most of the alerts here that I have are based off of that. So we had the ROUSD that is currently at TP25. So that buy here that came in at Asian is still valid here. So if you missed that move, don't get in. Just keep it pushing. We have DXY. We had a sell here at that price. Went to TP24. I'm just going to see exactly. Yeah, it went to TP25 basically. So perfect. Then you have USD Swiss. Since the XY was going down, it should be going in the same direction. Yeah, so TP 8. Right, here's the JPY 1, so that was way down. That's the JPY TP6. Here on JPY, right? J87 upside, right? Got Euro CAD here in continuation here. Got gold too. Gold, I was looking at the bullishness here on gold. So still going up here. So that stop loss was right down here. Never went there. Still pushed up. So this is where we're at right now. At GU. So GU is bullish too. Perfect. Get something else. Let me check if we have something else. Real CAD, I did go to CAD. That was a sell. I'm sorry, it was a buy, I guess. Oh, all right, so most of them went in profit, so that's perfect. Right. Let's see. Open up. Open up. All right. So let me know if you were in a trade or you looked at the market today. Go back on Nasdaq again to see exactly where it's at. We are going towards that P3, or we're starting to reverse. Yeah, currently still bullish here. Let's see. All right, still bullish here. So in regards to the automation, we're at minus $3 for the day. So overall in profit for the week. So that's good. I just reopened it after the news, and I have to double check the logic here in regards to the VWAP filtration. Uh, so after that, it will be fully done. So and again, guys, if you want me to look at another market here, don't be shy. Put them in the chat and we'll look at it. But we're currently looking at Nasdaq. So based on my analysis here, before PPI came out, I was bullish on Nasdaq and all of the indices based off of price action, and the news did confirm that it was bullish here. The only thing that was bearish here was the unemployment claim. It was a bit higher than expected, but for the rest, even though the forecast was lower than the actual was lower than the forecast based off of Forex Factory, it was still bullish here compared to last month. So, so the fundamental was aligned to go bullish, and the technical provide you a confirmation that it was going to go bullish. So that's why price went up. And the lines that you're seeing here are the big profit zones based off of previous high-low levels. We are looking at a 15-minute chart, and the high level here is off of the 30-minute higher time frame support and resistance. So this is what we have here so far. So it's the hour here. So we can go in. So it's exactly if it wants to trade within those levels here. So those are previous levels of interest in the past. I'm going to look at Bitcoin. I'm just going to minimize that, guys. So it's better. Bitcoin is trading down here. Sorry, it's trading lower. It's at $2.23. Some reason that doesn't work. Indian index and bearish here. Let's go back on we're gonna go on the euro yen because those were the biggest movers here for the week. So we'll see exactly uh, what setups we had so far this week. So if we got good setups overall since Monday. Yes, this one here reversed on you, so that was a loss. That was a loss. Then you had on Tuesday, price started to range a little bit more. So this one hit, I think, the 7 or 8. So overall bullish here on euro yen since Monday. So good. USD, JP1, USD yen. Still bearish here. Even after that unemployment claim news, how it's starting to bounce off of a level, pretty sure. This one, USD yen. Gonna adjust that. All right, so the next one here is this one. So every time it raises a previous level, um, guys, it's going to towards another level every single time. So to have the price to stop and reverse, it needs to hit something, right? So that's how you have to look at it. Currently, it's trading between those two levels here right now. It wants to go down, it has to go towards this one and start to reverse. If not, it has to go to the next one and start to reverse, and so on and so forth. 907, start to drink my tea. here. All right, so we have 50% here, 61.8. If it wants to go higher, I'm expecting to have the price to go lower here, bounce off of the 50 or 61.8. So that will be almost a little bit more than 50% of that big bullish candle. That is the news candle. And see exactly if we have a retracement to go higher afterwards. That's exactly what happened yesterday with CPI. So we had a bullish candle, went back down and started to go up. We have VWAP here that is switched to bullish on the market. So let me load up POC and VWAP. Focus on the current VWAP. Let it go white. So I can see. And we're gonna hide this. So strictly price action, as you can see, this is the current VWAP line. So VWAP is switched bullish right now after being bearish here since the start of the day. Since Asian, it was going down. So now we just got confirmation that it's reversing here off of the VWAP. All right. That was another thing that I looked at is in regards to the VWAP, what the price was doing. So we're trading under the VWAP. We got that rejection here and started to push up. Now we're trading above the VWAP right now, so still bullish here overall. So if it wants to go down, it has to go towards those key levels here off of the fib, or continue going up here. So it did went to TP3, as you can see. So that entry here with the analysis that I made was on point. So perfect. But if you have the POC and VWAP indicator, you can focus on only on the current VWAP if you're trading intraday. So it will give you an idea exactly of where the market is at. You have the previous day VWAP and POC that can also be used. So if I go back here, go back on my settings here. So I have the previous day VWAP line. I was just gonna remove those drawings, guys. So let me close this out, reload it. So if you look at the previous day POC and VWAP, we're trading under the previous day in VWAP. So that was a bearish day. But if you're trading intraday and you're focusing on the actual news, you need to look at the current VWAP to give you an idea exactly of where the market wants to go. Right. So based off of the levels that I plotted earlier, if I do undo that, there, there we go. Go a little bit back to there you go. So based off the lines that I plotted here, it went to TP3. All right. So intraday, always use current VWAP and current POC if you're trading with the POC. So I could load up POC, focus on the show dynamic POC, and you make sure that you do see the POC, the dynamic POC on your chart. I'll do it another color here. All right. As you can see, you have the VWAP POC price went over the POC. The POC should be a little bit lower and higher than the VWAP, depending on if you're looking for a buy or sell in regards to price action. So usually the first indicator that you're going to see that the price will go above of is the POC and then the VWAP. So if you have those two, pretty confirming that it's bullish momentum here in the upside intraday, right? So talking about intraday. Like I said, guys, order went to TP3 here, based off the lines. Price may start to go lower. We do have the market opening in less than 15 minutes. So we'll see exactly the reaction here. So what I'm expecting is the price to go lower and to continue the upside because we're currently trading above the VWAP right now. So we could retest the VWAP or the POC to start to go up. We do have a fib, 61.8. That would make sense. So 61.8 would be around here. 61.8 is this line here. 50% is this line here. So right near the POC. And POC is considered as a support or resistance indicator with volume. So that includes the volume of the price action. So make sure to like and subscribe to my channel, guys. Always doing those live sessions here Monday to Friday at 9 a.m. or at 8:15 if we have news events like today. So that's why we're here earlier. But PPI was positive here in regards to movement off of that news. So if you were short, unfortunately, I feel sorry for you because it was a clear indication here that it was going up first with the support based off of price action at the bottom here. That started at 7:45, 8, and 7:45 candle and 8 hour candle. The 8 o'clock candle here provided us with a railroad pattern. Railroad is a high probability reversal pattern, and on top of that, you had a doji that was created here that went to 50% of that previous bullish candle. So basically, they wanted to grab liquidity at the downside and started to push towards our TP zone. So TP1, TP2, and TP3. So it just clipped it here. And now we are ranging here a little bit before market open. So at market open, I'm expecting to have the price to go lower and continue in the upside because we're done selling off right now with Nasdaq and most of the indices here. So we'll be here until 9:45. I do want to continue working on that automation here. Just have a few tweaks to do in regards to the VWAP filtration. So, the logic of the filtration, when the filtration is on, should not close trades if we're still going in the same direction. So it was originally taking the original logic of without the VWAP filtration. So it was cutting off trades, and that was pretty normal if you don't have a filtration. So basically, for example, in this bearish, I'm just gonna close this. There you go. So if you look at Nasdaq overall, it was bearish here, and basically it was only supposed to be taking sell. It did take sells, but the thing is that when the price reversed, it cut the trade, even though we're still bearish here off of the P1. So it should still continue going down and keep the trade open. That's the reason why one lost $3 today, but we should be well in profit overall. So this is the power of coding. It's tedious, but when you get it, it's powerful. Yeah. Anyone is looking at trading right now, or currently in a trade that is not associated with the New York, because we did have some New York news here, PPI. So we should be trading anything outside of the US right now until market open. right, so less than 6 minutes before market open. So no new signals here so far, guys, in regards to Wyckoff or EMX AI. I think most of the alerts that we received was in regards to TPs. I think maybe I saw Wyckoff one. Okay, odd USD. We'll check it out in a few seconds. Of the alerts here are TP. So let's look at odd USD. That was at 745, and that was a buy. So for sure, it was good. Let me check. That was the actual signal here at 7:45, way before the news. So played out. How you would get out of the trade? You look at your support, higher levels. You look at the previous resistance or support zones to confirm you of where it should be going now. So those are the last two zones here near that price action at that time. As you can see, price traded towards this one here. Let's look at the third one. Third one is this one. So I'll put a line here. Right. So based off of that, that will be the TPs. TP1, TP2, and almost went to TP3. Missed it by a few ticks here. And started to reverse. All right, so let's go back on the NASDAQ since we are going to get a new 15-minute candle at New York Open. So only going to be looking at the price action here at this point. So, like we said, where we went to TP3 at that point here, we do have a fib. So just the, just the price went higher. Let's do a new fib. All right, so fib from the swing low to the swing high. So wick to wick, always. So 9:30, got a new candle coming in here. See, price is pushing right now. Perfect. Like I said, if they wanted to go down, they had to go back to that region here. But since the news was pretty good overall, we have a continuation outside, but it's only the first few minutes, first few seconds here of New York Open. So be careful, guys. So they may have to go back to take some liquidity on the upside and then start to go down. So buy at market open. So see how it goes. All right, so still pushing here. So two things that they can do. They could go back towards those fibs levels, or they can continue to start to need the uptrend here. All right, so first 5 minutes of the New York Open, still looking very bullish here. I start to retrace, but perfect here. If you have any questions, guys, put them in the chat. So looking for a confirmation on the upside, but we may have a continuation from that candle here or a retracement off of that fib, looking at 50 to 61.8 and the downside before confirmation to go up. So usually the first 5 minutes here is going to push and then it's going to start to reverse down, but we're only here to speculate here. Trading is speculation, guys, right? So as long as you're both right and wrong, you're going to be in profit overall. All right, so we are pushing now. 38. Oh, don't think they're gonna go down. So we are pushing. So next level of interest will be this one here. I'll just mark up the line so y'all can see the price. And this one, then you have this. Space it out a little bit so y'all can see the prices. All right, still pushing up here. Once again, guys, we're at, we're looking at the PPI news at 8:30. Pre-market analysis here was bullish because of that support here that you see at the bottom at 7:45 at 8 o'clock. So we started our live at 8:15. So on this candle here, and I said that I was looking to go bullish here on the indices specifically. As you can see, that news shoot up with the market here. It's a little bit. At New York, it's showing up also. So pretty good analysis here so far. So that's pretty good. Don't miss out the next session here. That'll be tomorrow, Friday, June 12th at 9 a.m. We're gonna have another live session here with myself here, and we're just gonna look and see exactly what the end of the week will provide us. And I may have some updates in regards to automation here for the EA. So I'm also a coder guy. So every indicator that you're seeing here on my screen that I have, like this one, that is the Wi-Fi AI, is and also the high-low level here, those for the resistance lines. Those are coded by myself. So, so on my live, you're gonna be showing. I will show you exactly the indicators that I use to look at the market and to execute my trades. So still bullish here on Nasdaq. So we have our final candle here at the. I will start in a few minutes, a few seconds basically. So it's for 9:44. So that'll be the final 15-minute here for our session. So we'll see exactly if we have a continuation here on the upside, and if we have any alerts, but I don't think so. Well, overall great session here. So we did the markups and see exactly where we're expecting the price to go. For this move here, expecting if you're in that trade at the start of New York, that will be my TP here at that level here. So 9:15. So those signals. All right. So nothing, no signals here, unfortunately, guys. So we'll reconvene next tomorrow. I say next week tomorrow for another live session here with myself. So we're just gonna look at the market, look at any alerts if we have any, and exactly how I would take the trade and how I look at the market overall. Been trading for the last 12 years, guys. So been doing that since a minute. and I learned myself to code. So that's why you're able to look at the few indicators that I created, and this is basically what I'm using to take my decision in tradings. Okay, not all signals, guys, are good signals. Uh, be aware of that. So make sure to analyze the market the right way and get your confluence before taking any decision here in the market. Because the market does not forgive or forget, right? So make sure of that. All right. So that being said, we're gonna close it out, guys. Thank you so much for being on this live. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel as always, and we'll talk back tomorrow, June 12th.